So you honestly think that was a racist standpoint of saying we don't play Beyonce?
I'm not gonna say he was being racist. I don't know if this particular person was being racist, but there are undertones of racism with it because it is a country song. So what's your issue with like playing a country song on a country station?
I'm honestly thinking he just could be, because of how fast that song hit.
Bruh, listen, this isn't new. When Old Town Road came out, they were recategorizing it where it wouldn't be country, and it was a country song.
Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the Rap Life Review. I'm Nadeska here, holding it down for Ebro. You know my guys, Lowkey and Eddie.
Yep.
What's up?
Hey, what up? Hey, you're back. We kicked it in, we were in Vegas for the Super Bowl last week. Now we get you via this whatever screen we're doing. I'm glad to have you back on Rap Life Review, Nadeska. Hey, they be on your head when you don't be here, man, but I be defending you.
Yeah, that's the
I'm your
crazy
real
thing.
friend.
I can't win. So I can show up or not show up, and either way, they're not going to like me. Who's he snitching on? Oh, you're talking about you. Clearly, Lowkey's not happy to have me back on the show. So, Eddie, I appreciate your energy. Hey, Lo, it's good to see you.
Yeah, okay.
It's really good to see you.
Right, yeah.
This is the energy you're going to give me all.
Yes.
Great. So, you know what? Let's start. If this is how you really feel, let's talk some more about this Kanye anti-dollar sign album. I hear the comment section's been loving you.
Ooh. Fuck.
No, too soon?
Look, man.
All right, no, let's
I get up. 2280. Lowkey's out of touch. Someone set 24K. Brother punching the air because he knows Vultures is fire. Hey, let me see. So cool to see Ebro like Ye's album. Someone caping up for Ebro. They mad with bruh. The comments don't like you talking about this Kanye. What's your issue? What's your issue?
It's not an issue. I told you what it was last week. I even tried it again. This past week.
You try to listen again?
Trying to be objective. Maybe I'm missing something.
Okay.
Maybe I need to hear it louder.
Maybe you need to hear the next album. So how about that?
I really don't know. I'm good.
I'm just going to talk to Eddie. Is it fine if I just talk in this direction?
No, I'm just saying like
this?
Why? Here's what I don't get. When I try to be objective and I try to listen to something, I try to give my honest opinion about it. It's I'm out of touch. You're hating. You don't know music. Blah 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 blah.
He's cross-referencing the comments right now.
I agree with Ebro. The other guy is really just hating. That's from Mahalia_Laney.
If you don't like something, you're the worst person, especially if it's popular, right? I'm not talking about this man's personal life. I'm not talking about his politics. I ain't talking about the bullshit that he does, bullshit that he wears. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm just talking about the music that I heard that he presented as his art, which I tried to give several listens to. Because I thought, maybe I'm being too hard.
Stop trying. Nobody cares. They're already mad at you. They're already mad at you.
I don't care about Vultures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So let's move the fuck on.
You know what the funny part about this whole thing was, about everybody being mad at Lowkey? They never asked me this whole time they were arguing. I was there with them.
They didn't ask
No one
your
ever
opinion?
asked me what I thought about the album.
Oh, wow. Okay. It was one of those episodes.
You ready to hear?
All right, let's hear it. Hit me.
I haven't even listened to it.
Me either.
I listened to it.
But
so
this is why. Okay, so this is.
I haven't
Let me
pressed
explain.
play.
Let me explain.
I haven't listened
Let me
to one
explain.
single song. Not even 5 seconds
Let
of
me
the
explain.
album yet.
I swear, it's literally too early.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me cook.
No. Because I've been arguing with people all week. My infamous hookah spot that I go to. Why you don't like the Kanye album? Yo, why do you don't like the Kanye album?
Wait, hold on. These are random people just coming up
just
to you
like
to...
people that are fans of Kanye, like some of my friends. Why you ain't listen? Why you said that about the Kanye album? Why you listen to it if you don't like it? I'm like, well, one, I have to listen to it because it's my job. But clearly y'all two chose otherwise.
Listen, honestly, Lo, I respect your opinion. The only reason I started with this is because you weren't happy to see me.
No, I was happy to see you, but you weren't here for 2 weeks, and I
was busy.
I didn't like that.
Okay.
I felt the way about you not being there.
So listen, according to Eric Sermon, there's another Kanye project possibly coming called Y3. No real details on that other than he was recording songs from it, so we'll wait and see if that happens.
Yeah.
Let's just try to find something that uplifts Lowkey today. What about Yeat? Yeat has a new album out called 2093. You can stream that now on Apple Music. Eddie, you had a chance to check this out?
Yet again. So here's the thing with Yeat. Yeat's huge, bro. Like there's a group of people that are like, I don't know, like 23, 24 and under that absolutely love Yeat. You know what I'm saying? And I would be doing a disservice if I didn't acknowledge the movement that is happening with him and that, you know, Benny X and that whole camp of people making good music. But in reality, I don't even have no opinion about Yeat. He just don't make music for me. And yet again, that's okay. Like, people don't need it. We do not need to get bent out of, like, for me, right? I love Marvel movies. If someone don't like a Marvel movie, I don't get mad at them. Like, you don't like Star Wars? Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all something, bro.
Where are you going?
I got all kinds.
Not you stepping out of the frame.
like,
what are you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Are you about to put on the Vision Pros again?
Like, what is that?
Nah, I'm just letting you know. I don't get mad at people if they don't like Star Wars, but I'm perfectly fine acknowledging.
Yeah, I don't think we needed the props for you to
Listen, bro, let me cook.
Point.
Let me cook.
Okay.
I'm perfectly okay acknowledging Yeat don't make music for me. You know, shout out to the homie from Portland. But, you know, a young white dude in a ski mask from Oregon don't really make music for my old ass.
All right, Lo, maybe in the meantime, you tell us what you think about the new Gunna single called Bittersweet.
Gunna has never blown me away, but he's been consistent since, you know, his whole
Fuck
situation.
you mean?
This is why.
For me! What did you just say? If you like it, cool. For me, yes, he's been consistent, but he's never blown me away.
See, you so
Oh
busy
no, we're
being
talking
now
about historically now. Oh man, okay.
You so busy being
Right,
Should we,
right.
put it, should we put this?
You ain't even catch my double entendre.
Yeah, no, I did catch it. Fuck you mean,
God.
the title of his song. Fuck you mean, fuck you mean. I get it.
Okay,
Okay.
let's not talk about Gunna's entire career.
I just said
This is not that kind of show.
I just said he never
At least not
blown
right
me
now.
away.
Not just in the past couple years. I mean, I feel like Gunna's the ultimate survivor. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think he could come home and drop a successful album and then go on tour and keep releasing music. I didn't see it, but clearly he's managed to pull it off.
Yes, and that's very, very commendable. But, you know, artistically, he's never blown me away. But, you know, he's got a good tune every now and then. And that's just,
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Gunna is, it's like kind of like Nadeska saying, like he was an underdog because y'all lied on the internet. Y'all said y'all don't listen to Gunna, and y'all were acting like because of everything that happened with that YSL case that Gunna's music career was just gonna die, and he's proven that is not the case. He dropped a fire album, and not only did he drop a fire album, he had one of the biggest songs that came out last year. Then this song Bittersweet, he's doing something in his music, and he's not really exposing himself, but he's showing some vulnerability and all this because he's having to do it on his own. A lot of artists aren't rocking with Gunna because of what happened. You know, at some point it came like you had to pick one side or another, even though it doesn't have nothing to do with most of us.
Right.
In reality, it just shows a testament where something is resonating with Gunna with his music. That's always been the case. And I think Bittersweet just kind of falls in line with everything he's done over the last few years. And shout out to that man persevering, because I couldn't imagine going through what he's going through right now.
I mean, like I said, the consistency is very commendable. So it's like you got, you know, hats off to him.
Eddie, have you ever considered being a politician? Man, you're diplomatic. I got to give it up to you.
Nah, because they suck. All the politicians,
You be the one. You'd have my vote, sir.
Yeah, you got
and
the
he
gift.
could
You
spin anything with
you got the
positivity.
gift
It's
of
great.
gab, and you can spin that shit. I'm like, shut up.
So I'm sure y'all talked about the new Beyonce songs while I was out.
Yeah.
Not surprisingly, here comes the backlash. So apparently a Beyonce fan wrote on X saying, I requested Texas Hold'em at my local country radio station, KYKC. You're welcome for the promo. And after requesting the song, they received an email from the station manager. I'm not going to shout him out. I'm not that petty. We do not play Beyonce on KYKC as we are a country music station. Of course, things spiraled out of control, and eventually they had a change of heart. Anyway, are y'all surprised?
Do you think he knew? Because I think it was like the day after the song came out. Do you think he knew? Plus, like, the song wasn't serviced yet. So do you think
He knew.
You
He
try to
knew.
be diplomatic now? I like
He
it.
knew.
This looks good on you.
I'm playing
Yeah.
devil's advocate. I'm like, do you think he
He
knew
knew.
that the song was there? Do you think he knew that there were two country?
I just
Beyonce
wonder
songs
how
that
you
just
would
came
have
out?
missed it when she announced it at the Super Bowl. The news was everywhere. I feel like if you're running a radio station, that might have come across your desk.
Do we assume that he watched the Super Bowl? Do we
Listen,
assume that?
Bro,
like, do we
listen.
know what he was doing when this shit happened?
We know. And this is a case.
We know. You was there with him.
Yeah, he know. Listen.
We know.
This is a case of bullying works, because the reality is there's certain fan bases you don't want to play with. And if we're just going to have a serious conversation, if we're just keeping it all the way stat, country music has a long history of erasing black voices in that genre of music.
Well, no, yeah, we talked about it last week. Ebro, we broke it down last week about it.
And if we're just being realistic, it is aligned with a lot of racist views. That's how country music is viewed. So when you get a woman who's as popular as Beyonce, tapping into her country roots, someone who's not new to making country music, there are going to people, and it wasn't just him, there are conversations about it. And the only reason why these people have issues is because it's a high profile black person in their space. And all it makes me think, honestly, is we're a lot too forgiving in hip hop for allowing other people in our space. Like, we need to start doing stuff like that because we just start welcoming everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, it's cool, but like when we start going in your spaces, it becomes an issue. So he was very clear, and he knew what he was doing, and I'm glad.
So you think,
even though sometimes
you honestly think that was a racist standpoint of saying we don't play Beyonce?
I'm not gonna say he was being racist. I don't know if this particular person was being racist, but there are undertones of racism with it because it is a country song. So what's your issue with like playing a country song on a country station?
I'm honestly thinking he just could be. Because of how fast that song hit.
Bruh, listen, this isn't new. When Old Town Road came out, they were recategorizing it where it wouldn't be country. And it was a country song. And the only thing you can think about is it had trap beat and a young black dude that we didn't know at the time, a young black gay man, was singing it. The boy even had Billy Ray Cyrus get on it, a country singer. And they still did not want to classify that song as country. And it's historically that has been an issue with that specific genre of music because they want to hold on to it because they feel like that is something specifically for them. There's TikToks going out saying black people are appropriating white culture. It's like, bruh, like people being cowboys. My granddad was a cowboy. Like this isn't new. Like this goes back to when we were brought to this country.
I get it. I'm just not thinking too deep on that specific situation. Everything you just said, yes, is correct. But on that specific situation, on how fast the songs came out and how rapid they were, I'm just thinking he just didn't know it. And the songs aren't service to radio.
Fuck
That's
that.
how I'm thinking about the politics. Teach him. I get everything you said. Everything you said prior to. Actual, factual. No
because
lies.
That's another issue we have in this country is that we try to erase history. So even it's a systemic issue. No, I got you. I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
I'm not going that deep.
No, I'm going
that
there.
Deep.
I'm going there.
I'm not going that deep. All I'm saying is it could have been a misstep.
Well, okay. Well, teach
for
him.
that particular station. Outside of that, there are undertones of why.
Bruh.
No.
I don't do the turn the other cheek thing.
Listen. I'm talking about one particular situation. Everything surrounding it, yes, you're fucking right. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not debating that. I'm debating
oppression anywhere is oppression everywhere.
There might have been a misstep with that program director. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he should have maybe hit the Googles at least. If he was really
confused,
he should have hit the Googles.
If he's racist, then he's racist. Fuck it. But
also,
it might have been a misstep.
Let's rewind.
No.
We don't have to listen, let me go. Damn. Let me go. I've worked at a traditional radio station my whole life. Program directors and music directors don't reply back to people. They don't send emails to people. I've worked since I was 19 years old. A program director or music director has never given a written response to anybody about music to say we don't play somebody. Just a fact. So for you to go outside of yourself to say specifically, I don't play Beyonce, there's a reason why that happens because that is not any kind of protocol at all.
It's not protocol to say I don't play a specific artist.
Never. A program director, a music director, I've never seen I don't play this artist to a random listener.
I feel like I need to just let us sit in silence for a moment.
No, I'm saying because
No, I understand. I think
you get what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, and I completely get what he's saying too. The fact that it's maybe they could have just ignored the request, but the fact that it's a program manager responding, man, listen, I think as black people, we're just programmed to feel like there was a reason you didn't want to do it, not just because of Beyonce. But I appreciate you trying to say that this could have been an outlier. Like maybe he genuinely didn't know.
I mean, it's his job to know, but because it happened so fast, because they just dropped like that moment, and then the next day, Everybody's Beyonce.
What are we
Beyonce.
talking about, bro? What is
All right,
Beyonce?
all right,
Let's agree to disagree on this
got
one. All right. The country album is still gonna be great. We're gonna love it. We're gonna support it. We're gonna play it here. Y'all want to talk about Eminem and Benzino? Would that make us feel better?
Will it? Will it?
Will that make you feel better, Lo?
I'm not upset. I'm just trying to get the other side of the argument.
Just want to see y'all smile sometimes.
He keeps yelling at me.
All right, let's do this real quick. So Eminem and Benzino started beefing when I was underage. Couldn't buy alcohol legally, right? You know, cops were still chasing my friends through the park for smoking weed. Now weed is legal. You can walk down the street and choose from a variety. And these two are still beefing like, no, deadass, it's been 22 years. That's crazy. What's the problem still? Is Eminem beefing with him back, or is this like a one-sided?
Nah. So the reason why it sparked recently, shout out to Cole Bennett and the Lyrical Lemonade compilation album. I forgot the name of the song, but Eminem flipped one of his old songs. It was Juice WRLD and Cordae. Then it went to Eminem in the very next track, and just randomly he was he was beefing with Benzino again. So Benzino had someone write his lyrics to reply back to Eminem. Then he ended up on Drink Champs to talk it out. So it's actually.
Oh man, we got to play the Drink Champs clip because this is where. Let's just roll. Let's roll the clip first, and we'll talk. Here's Benzino on Drink Champs.
I dusted Eminem. Rap Elvis, bitch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that?
I ain't gonna lie.
How about that? How come he ain't answered back? How come he ain't answered me? I'll beat the shit out of him with these.
Eminem or Machine Gun Kelly?
Fuck Eminem, bro.
So which one?
Fuck Eminem,
so
bro.
Which one?
Neither, fuck both of them, bro. Fucking Cassidy will kill Eminem in a battle rap, bro. Why do y'all give Eminem so much props? Why? Why do y'all like Eminem? Because he's white? Is that it? What do you mean? Nah, like, what? Fuck that. We don't listen to that in the hood, bro. I don't got nothing against Eminem. Got nothing against Eminem. Eminem can rap, but I care about us more. I don't want to go through. I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want. For 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The fuck you want me to do? Come on, man. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad. You think this shit is fucking cool?
This started with a lot of tough energy and it ended in tears. I don't know if I needed to see this, to be honest.
It's weird, man. Some beefs. First of all, Eminem, super wealthy, super successful guy. He's about the craft of hip hop, so he's never above taking it there, and I respect Eminem for that. He's never flipped. He's always been hip hop to his core. It's just weird. Like, you guys are. Benzino got a daughter that's a rapper. You're multiple generations deep in this, man. And it's just, who wants this? Like, really, like, who wants, in 2024, who's like, yeah, Eminem Benzino beef? Because it ain't me, and I skew older.
Literally nobody. Literally no one wants this. But the fact that it's still getting Benzino this emotional 22 years later, I think is what kind of blows my mind.
I got several issues with this.
Let's start in order of most important, in case I feel like.
I mean, none of this is important.
Okay.
But we'll just.
All right, go then.
We'll try to prioritize. He started out with saying "fuck Eminem" and anybody that loves him, and streets of Boston, and we survived murder and blah blah blah. Then
he stabbed Paul Pierce.
Yeah, like the Paul Pierce shit. Then he's like, "Yo, this is our culture, and that we can't let people come in our culture. It's us. It's boom, boom, boom. It's this, that, and the third." Then it's like, I don't want us to be divided. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fam, like, what roller coaster are you putting me on right now? And honestly, I put a lot of this on Nori and letting Benzino get to that level of where he can't really articulate himself and why he's saying the things that he's saying. And it's like, you see that shit unfold in front of you, being who you are, the journalist who you are, or the personality that you are, knowing how this is going to look for him, knowing how this is going to be remember.
Is that on Nori though to make that decision?
Yeah.
Like, is Benzino not enough of a grown man to know that, like, if you're feeling this emotional, you should maybe not get.
Once you see somebody going down that road, or once you complete the episode or whatever, you go back and look at it like, damn, like that might not be a good look. That might not come off. That ain't what. Like, so I'm just like, I didn't like how it was presented. I'm not blaming Nori, but I'm like, yeah, you could have made executive decision saying like, yeah, let's table this.
But then there's no content. I feel like I have to defend Nori here. Like, I would just want to remove him. I feel you, but again, Benzino is a grown man. And when I tried to get back, because I couldn't remember, because this has been going on for so long, like how it started, the ups and downs, like you were pointing out, hasn't he like not apologized, but in the past said it's cool, I would give him a hug, I respect what he does, and now we're back here again.
Yes, to your point, he's a grown man. So it's like, all right, what is it? Is it beef? Is it love? Is it hip hop? Like, yeah, we're like, where are we at with this? So I get that point. But like that, like just watching it unfold that way while you're feeding this man like Duce and this, that, and the third. It's just like,
that's what their platform is, though.
I get it. And I haven't really seen anything like that on Drink Champs. Like, I haven't seen anybody break down and cry.
Kanye spiraled on Drink Champs a little bit. Like, that's kind of
Kanye spiraled. Like, Kanye, that's Kanye. So I'm like,
that's where we are with media now, though. Like, you have to be fully aware where you're going and what you're going to get once you get there. Like, if you sit down with Ebro, you're going to get one thing. If you sit down with Zane, Breakfast Club. If you sit down with Shannon Sharp, if you sit down with Drink Champs, at this point, you know what you're getting yourself into. Like, you're getting a tea when you go do the Drink Champs. Like, you go do Shannon Sharp, you're gonna be gossiping. So that's, yet again, to Nadeska's point, that's not on Nori, that's on Benzino, fam. Like, Nori's not, he'll probably tell you, he's not a journalist. He's there to get drunk and talk to you. And if you give him some tidbits, or you give him something gossipy, all you're doing is stirring his platform, and we all work like that. Like,
that wasn't gossip. That was a breakdown.
Are we talking about it? Like,
that was a breakdown.
We're not talking about anything else on that show.
Did Benzino need to have this? Although maybe it shouldn't have happened publicly, is what Lo is saying. Do we come out on the other side now? Like, is this done? Do I ever have to see this again in my feed? 22 years is enough.
Yeah, it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue. Now you done gave Eminem fucking material.
Right.
Because this has been a very angry show. You know what makes me very, very happy?
Vince Staples' new show?
You got it.
Yeah.
Let's switch the tone up a little bit.
You know, let's do...
No one's angry.
So Benzino and Eminem wasn't the one that brought us back to our center?
No one is angry.
It was a shot. Listen, we've all been really excited about this Vince Staples show. It's finally out. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen it yet, and I have a good reason, but I want to sit down and like truly enjoy this show as a fan. I've been waiting. And so far, I haven't heard a single negative review about the show. So Eddie, I know you watched it. Give us a deep dive. And we're going to circle back next week. Lowkey, homework assignment. You got to watch the whole show.
I don't have to do anything but stay black and die.
Don't come sit on this couch next week. You haven't watched the show.
Eddie. That's all I have to do.
Eddie, let's hear it.
I'm very happy that this happened, because I've been someone, like all of us, we've been keeping track of Vince Staples' career. And pretty early on, as you watched his interviews, it was just clear, like, something's bigger for you. And his rap career is fine. It's great. The album he dropped not too long ago with Kenny Beats, fire. Vince Staples makes great music. But I always had this feeling of like, nah, bro, I don't think the music, like, he's so talented. He's so smart. I never thought the music was going to be it for him. Mm-hmm. So you can check my tweets, like Google at your boy Eddie Vince Staples. Like, I just always saw it. And I was like, yo, when's the show going to come out? Like, he needs a bigger platform, because there's so many people that are going to put eyes on something that would have never listened to his music. So as this show, the rumors came out like that it was happening, I was very excited. Like, all right, cool, what's it going to be? So when it finally debuted last week on Netflix, first day, I'm like, all right, cool, let me watch it. And there's something, and he helped co-write it, and he had an interview with Sway, and he was like, yo, how this show was put together, there are no jokes. And that just speaks to how well this show was written. And when he's saying that, he's saying there's no written jokes. Because it's funny as hell. But the reality of it is, and our boy DeLorean, we having this conversation, like, we're in this phase of black media when we're getting, what was the word? What was the exact word he said? Do you remember, Nadeska?
Black surrealism.
Black surrealism. And the things we're getting with shows like Atlanta and you know, even I was talking about Jordan Peele, Insecure, and Vince Staples is falling in line. Like, it couldn't be more of a perfect time for him to debut something like this. And I just hope he gets his flowers, because there were certain episodes, and the one that stood out to me was the family reunion episode. And that's the beauty of
don't spoil it.
I'm not going to. You're good. And it just goes to show, it brings us together, because throughout the years, like the Black diaspora, sometimes we're so busy pulling each other apart. You realize there's so many things that unify us. And when you see things like the family reunion episode, you're like, I literally was like, I got an aunt. That's my aunt. And, you know, the Nadeska, your family's from the Caribbean. I'm pretty sure you can relate. Lo, my boy, you're from New Jersey. You can relate. I'm from Seattle. We can relate. So as we have more and more Black shows like this, I'm just so excited that Vince Staples could put his fingerprint with his particular humor, with his particular insight. And he's just special, bro. Like, he's a special person. And I just hope it leads to, you know, his own production company, maybe. Maybe we get Vince Staples movies. Maybe we just get him behind the scenes. But I don't think there's anybody in hip hop that will be more perfect for this opportunity than Vince Staples.
Well said.
Again, well said. Incredibly talented man. So Lowkey and I are going to be watching the show, and we'll report back. Is there anything we missed? Chris Brown was invited to play in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, and then he was uninvited. Just terrible. Terrible. Let's just end on that note, huh? Anything else to add? Anybody else?
I guess he ruffled some feathers.
Ooh.
Hey, I see what you did there. Hey, Lo.
What?
I might be angry, but I love you, my guy.
Fuck off my screen, man.
And that's it. Thank you for watching this episode of the Rap Life Review. What's good? Nadeska here. If you made it through that entire episode of the Rap Life Review, that means you're really a fan. Hit that like button so we know it's real. Subscribe if you never want to miss an episode. And of course, if you really have something to say, drop a comment and we'll hit you back on next week's episode.